What's going on, everybody? You already know it's the Dually King, and I'm back with another video. Today we got a special guest, and I know y'all done seen him around and everything, but my homeboy right here, Nasty Nate.
What's going on, YouTube?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yep, we come up over here to get some wheels done by, of course, you already know the Dually King. He's putting together another truck, so y'all make sure y'all look on out for that. And this is first gen, right?
Yep, first gen Dodge. We're four-wheel drive swapping. I bought it two-wheel drive. Doing all four-wheel drive factory stuff, and we're running 22 Alcoas with 35-inch boggers.
Oh man, you heard that.
Yep.
Boggers, y'all.
It's gonna be savage.
Yeah, and it's gonna be loud.
Oh yeah, it'll be something.
Yeah, you're gonna hear him coming with them loud boggers, you know what I'm saying? So y'all make sure y'all look on out for that truck, because that's gonna be a pretty bad bill right there.
Yeah, check out the channel, Nasty Nate.
Yes sir, yes sir. Well, you heard it. Go up over to his channel, make sure you subscribe on his channel, Nasty Nate. And of course you already know mine, Dually King Industries. But other than that, that's why I just wanted to jump up on here and say that real quick. And I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all some of this shop stuff. So just make sure y'all stay tuned, all right? Back, just giving you some more updates on what's going on around the shop right here. So you can see my short bed in the background. Man, that truck, I've had that truck for some years. I've probably had that longer than any vehicle I've ever owned. Probably because it's been doing more sitting and I don't want to get rid of it. I got a bunch of new parts for it. Got an LS motor I'm going to drop down in it. Turn it into a short bed dually. 26s or 28s. That truck going to be nasty. Nasty. But anyway, I'll do that one for another video. Man, tucking up all up in the weeds. But anyway, I wanted to give you an update on Big Bad Leroy Brown. Yep. So, of course, you know my guy already hooked me up with the other bed from South Georgia. So, pretty much got that on. Went ahead and put a lift kit on it. I wanted to do something different on it, and I don't know. I know it's two-wheel drive. I'll get a bunch of stink from some of y'all, but guess what? Guess how many fucks I give? 0. You guessed it. So it's my truck. I'm gonna do what I want to it. So obviously I got to go through, redo some things like the lights and all of that stuff. Obviously get it painted, but man, you already know I got to throw some big boys on here. Got to throw some big boys on here. How much lift does this truck got? Oh man, let's see, 4.5. I'm gonna guess 6.5 to 7 in the front, and I think for the rear is, I want to say either 5. I want to say 5 inches, because we end up redoing it 2 or 3 times because I wanted it to sit perfectly level with you know, front and rear, and it was driving me nuts because the back was either higher or something like that. I don't want the squat look, no leans, no nothing. So pretty much what the front has on it, all brand new parts, like tie rods, new steering gearbox, steel braided lines, new control arms. Had to run a spacer for your ball joint, because when you do this much of a lift, it throws your angle off so much that your camber off so bad that the wheels be folding in. But it's got new control arms, 4.5-inch lift spindles, new sway bar links, so on and so forth. It's already been aligned, everything. And for the rear, it's just a lift block with some coil-over springs. And actually looking at it, that might be about 5 inches of block under there. Yep. So, but yeah, that's her. What my plans is take the dualies off of the front, put super singles on it. I'm gonna put some 37s on it. I thought about going 30s and 42s. I don't know. I just think that's a whole lot of wheel for not such a big truck. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking about just doing 37s on it. I think that's gonna look plenty big. So I did want to give y'all an update. I thought that was pretty cool. Like I said, I mean, I plan on keeping that truck, getting it repainted, all of that stuff, and I'm just gonna drive it, you know what I mean, every now and then. That truck right there reminds me of where I come from, because I wasn't always here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you asked me 5 years ago you know what I mean, where would I be at today? You know what I'm saying? I could only hope to be in positions that I'm at right now. So I'm definitely very blessed to be where I'm at right now. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. But yeah, like I said, that's the update as far as on them bad boys right there. And I'll go ahead on and continue my day and whatever I think y'all might like to see. So just stay tuned. I wanted to touch on a few things. It kind of bugs me, but it ain't my situation. But anyway, so guy hits me up, says he's been watching a couple of my videos and stuff like that. I just want to stress to you guys, hub-centric is very important. He called me, said that he was having some shaking issues out of his truck. He didn't know really what the issue was or whatever. And I told him, I said, hey, look, I'll go ahead and try and help you out as best as I can. But without me having the truck in my possession, it's kind of hard for me to tell, you know, what the actual issue is. I do know the company that he got the wheels from. I cannot stand them. We not on good terms. I really want to bash them, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? It's too much money out here. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I really kind of want to pick his wheels apart, but that ain't what this video is about. But really, I wanted to touch on a few things. So he said he was having an issue shaking about 80 miles an hour going down a highway. So after he ended up bringing the wheels to me and everything, going through it, obviously his rear outer wheels was not hub centric. So let's see, that's his front. Well, the rear outer is up over here. But anyway, with this flipped over, so you had the inner wheel and then this one bolted right up to it. And this one, nothing was resting on the hub. It was all lug centric and everything. So, and if your holes are slightly off, it may only be, you know, this much here, but you expand that over a 35-inch stretch, that little, you know, this here can turn into this here. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know, your wheel is hopping, you know, back and forth and all of that stuff. So long story short, he's going to be hot shotting and he needs everything to be hub centric. So I'm actually going to bore out this center and make this to where it fits an 8 to 10 lug adapter, and so that he can be good towing going down the interstate and whatnot. Other than that, another issue that what I found on these is it wasn't balanced on the two rear inner wheels is what I found so far. So that was definitely one issue. And one of these wheels, I'm gonna have to probably go through and show it to you, but it had so many weights on it. I almost thought whoever did it might have been pissed at him because they loaded it with so many weights. And I'm like, either they didn't balance it right, or they were just, like I said, they were just pretty much pissed off at him because it shouldn't have took that much weight to balance that tire. So, but anyway, this inner wheel doesn't have any big holes in it, so we're actually going to be adding all of that. And like I said, along with making it hub centric. This right here, like if you happen to look down like on the inside of his holes and stuff like that, you can just kind of see where the tool path and, you know, whatnot. So the bit come down to a certain level cut, drop down to another level cut, and then drop down and so forth. I can't tell if it really came back for a finish pass, but this lip is big here. You can see it stopping the tool, you know what I'm saying, and all of that. So I don't know. I don't like work like that, nor do I like who actually did the work, but I don't know. That's neither here nor there. But this is the kicker. This is the stuff I literally cannot make up. I have never seen them zip tie a TPMS sensor in the wheel. That's actually what threw me for a loop. I have never seen that before. So, you know, again, people, if you don't know what you're doing, please, please, please leave it to the professionals, because this one was zip tied to the valve stem on the inside of the wheel. And then, but obviously he had the bands and some of the other ones. So as far as on the one that I had took off with the band was actually broke off on the inside of the wheel. Let me, like this right here. So this band was broke and it was laying on the inside of the tire, and it was just rolling. You know what I'm saying? And it was just rolling on the inside of that. So I don't know. So that might have been contributing to his shaking, along with the rear inside wheels not actually being balanced, along with the rear outers not being hub centric as well. But you already know he come to the right spot. We're gonna go ahead on and 10 lug convert these on over, and then gonna put the tires back on it. Obviously put the sensors and everything, excuse me, and put them back in there the way that they're supposed to be, and then we're gonna go ahead and road force balance these. That way when he put them on, he's golden. You know what I mean? You ain't gotta worry about all them shaking issues or hub centric issues and so on and so forth. But like I said, he comes to the right spot, so you know I gotta get him right. But I just wanted to go ahead and touch on that. We got a few things going on around here. So outside of that, working on these big super singles. Like my boy Zach always say, big meat Larry Hoovers. You know what I mean? But yep. So pretty much cut them to make them look like the old slots, old school wheels. Yep. So pretty cool. It's always nice to do something different. You know what I mean, than what you typically do, you know, during the day or whatever. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all I got going on today. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. All right, so you can see here, it's got a zip tie right here, holding that part of the valve stem in, and then there's another one here. But, I mean, look at that. That's so loose. That was only a matter of time before this actually popped out of there and it gets to rolling around in the tire. So, like I said, you just got to be careful of that. What's crazy is this hole that it goes into, it pops in just like as if it was going through a rim. So why they didn't do that is beyond me, but this is here for a reason. So not only that, but you see that they got this right underneath the valve stem. This right here creates a heavy point. So this right here needs to actually be spun 180, put on the exact opposite of the other side of this valve stem, so that you don't have balance issues. I know that this stuff is light and it may be a minor balance issue, but a balance issue is a balance issue. So I did want to touch base on that. So like I said, you spin this, put this right here at 180 degrees, which would be pretty much right here is where the actual sensor will go over here. But yeah, that's pretty much about it, but I did want to go ahead and touch on that. And when done correctly, this is what it's supposed to look like. So the band's supposed to go through it and hold that down. There's a piece of double-sided tape that's on the back side of that helps it stick to the wheel. And this right here rubber thing is pulled through the metal flange on here. There's supposed to be a plastic cap that goes on there, but there isn't one. So I can't put one back on it because I don't have any. All I got is metal ones. So I don't want to mess up the frequency of one of them TPMS sensors, but that's the way, if it's done correctly, that's how it's supposed to be. 180 degrees off from where your regular valve stem is and clamp to here, and that's what she is. So I'll go ahead and mount this tire, get this set ready to roll.